Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews, where today we're checking out something very rare and unique. This is a 1937 Trumpy 58. She's called the Flying Lady and she was on display at the Palm Beach Boat Show. Now at the boat show she's got an asking price of $1,385,000, but she was under contract at the time that I filmed this boat. And long-term followers of my channel will understand that I appreciate classic yachts. As much as I try and film a lot of the modern releases and brokerage listings, it's always the classics that really blows my mind. And this one, in my opinion, is kind of similar to what you would refer to as a resto mod for your classic cars. Because while this one does have a lot of the character and craftsmanship of 1937, there's a lot of hidden modern upgrades to it that you would never expect walking by. As you make your way around the side deck, I feel very safe and secure. I get to admire that magnificent woodwork. I've got that high handrail on the outside. But this one's going to be a very stable boat because it's got fin stabilizers. She's got bow and stern thrusters. She's got upgraded navigation equipment, fully air conditioned. She's even got Starlink system to give you all the connectivity you could ever need. And that includes being able to relax out here on the bow. And you can relax up here both while you're at anchor and while you're underway. This isn't a high performance cruiser. This is about cruising at around 8 knots. Probably top out around about 10 knots, something along those lines. She measures in at 57.5 feet in length. She's got a maximum draft of around 4.5 feet and a beam of 16.5 feet. So she's a very, very stable and luxurious yacht to be on. As I pan the camera around and start to head down the port side, you'll see that the side door access, because it's got the helm position with its side door to both port and starboard. But you do have those ladders here that makes it really easy to get up onto the coach roof if you ever need to access any of the navigation equipments or anything service and components up there too. You've also got easy boarding access. There's multiple entry points in the guardrail itself. And then this will take us back round to the aft cockpit. And you can close this aft cockpit off. So there's two doors that close over on both the port and starboard side. You can drop down those screens and make this fully enclosed if you want, or you can have it opened up completely or opened up in sections. Great headroom. I'm 6'2", and I want to highlight that because a lot of the classic yachts I've been on, they don't always have headroom, and that's one of the doors there behind the chair that you can close off to the side, and that way it stops all the wind coming through. Now make your way into the saloon, and I really love how this one has got the mix of the classic design, but you've still got that big TV up at the front, you've still got that Starlink connectivity, but you're going to find ornate custom cabinetry. You've then got a trunk that's used as a storage table in the middle, and it's the little details that sets the character off for this one. Plenty of natural light coming through, but these windows also do have sunshades and have also got mesh screen options. And then I want to start by going through the port side, and this will take you into the bridge. And this one again is a combination of the classic design, but you do have some hidden modern features. For a start, I love the visibility. I love the side door access. I love that most of the windows are actually opening windows if you want them to be as well. I like that there's seating up here, so that way it's not just going to be the captain that's up here. If you want to do a husband and wife, if you want to have a captain, and that way you can enjoy cruising up here as well, you can. But we've still got your modern communication equipment. And then as I pan the camera around to the dash, you'll see that there's a multifunction display here. This is a Garmin multifunction display. You get your full engine instrumentation. You get your classic compass up here too. This is twin diesel, which again is a little bit unique because some of these boats were single screw back in the day. But none of them would have came with bow and stern thruster as standard, that's for sure. And then as you see, Alan can pop this one open, but there's actually a Garmin multifunction display on either side. And these displays also include full camera footage, including in the engine compartment. And another neat setup that Alan was keen to show off was the fact that this one in here, if you open the door up, not only do you have access to your wiring and things like that, but this is actually a dumbwaiter that leads down into the galley. And that way you can bring all the food up, so that it can be near the bridge, but it's also ideal for sharing to your guests on the main saloon, and of course that beautiful aft cockpit without having to worry about going up and down stairs. The inside of the doors also get several plaques that's to do with all the different awards that the yacht's won in recent years. And I can truly believe that when you walk through this yacht, The yacht's just immaculate. Even look at the flooring. Everything about this is all about the minor touches. Look at the railing that's in place as you go down the starboard side. And this is going to take you into the galley and basically into the crew quarters. I like the handle overhead that I'm reaching onto. Makes you feel safe and secure as you're going down those steps. Once you get to the galley, behind those wooden panels, you're going to find things like the fridge and the freezer in here, but it's all hidden behind that wood, so you still have that classic exterior feature. Good countertop space, good storage space. I've got a Canyon 3-burner cooktop stove. There's a dishwasher in here, there's a garbage disposal unit. And then moving forward, this is where you're going to find the crew quarters. You're going to find that there's a berth on either side. You do also have that flat screen TV up there as well for their own entertainment. You'll notice there's plenty of storage underneath those beds. You get the portholes, and those are opening portholes, but you do also have that ladder that reaches up, and that takes you to that section on the bow. And then you've also got the toilet and the shower in here. And it's just immaculate woodwork throughout. Fully air conditioned with independent air conditioning controls. And then regardless of the boat's age, she's 58 foot long, and you have got full walk-in, full standing headroom to the engine room. Just blows my mind because most boats of this size don't have that option regardless of what they're made of, regardless of what age they are. But you're going to find a pair of twin Detroit diesels. These are 453 engines. They're 110 horsepower each. Both engines have been completely rebuilt in recent years. And you've also got a 21.5 kilowatt ornate genset. And there's even a spare set of propellers on board. They're 4-blade bronze, 26 by 22 props. But again, look at all the modern upgrades, from the firefighting equipment to how easy it is to access your oil filters, your fuel filters, your water separators. And you can see this all from the Helm itself. Now if we head back up the steps, I'm going to take you back through the saloon, and we're going to go down the steps that's on the other side, and this will lead into the guest accommodation area. Sometimes I skip through this part when I'm doing the video, but I really wanted to highlight just the teak work, the woodwork, the flooring, all the decor that's in here. It's just an absolutely beautiful yacht, no matter what angle you look at. It just blows my mind. This boat's pushing 100 years old, and this one's under contract, but I would be amazed if they found anything substantial to report back in a negative way. And then as we go down these steps, it's really easy to do. You always feel safe and secure walking down here. And then if we go into the master aft cabin, this is where you're going to find it's pretty much full beam back here. There's storage underneath the bed, and there's actually a bed on either side. Now I can't say for sure based on this yacht, but in general, a lot of the classic yachts have this, because back in those days, it was customary for husband and wife to have separate beds, and that was the idea brought on board. It is fully en suite, and in here you get the separate toilet and shower compartment. And this is probably a good point to highlight that she's got 389 gallons of fresh water, 400 gallons of fuel, and 89 gallon holding tank capacity. All the doors that you see that's to do with the cabinetry and the lockers, you'll notice it's got that mesh screen, and the idea is that when the yacht's air conditioned, all that air circulating through, so you're not going to have that damp, mouldy feeling to anything on board. You get plenty of natural light with the portholes. The mirrors help reflect a lot of that natural light. And then we do have multiple guest cabins on board, and those are just as comfortable. And throughout the entire yacht, I've had no issue with headroom at all. There's storage underneath the bed, there's storage between the bed. And then if we move across here, again you can see we've got another guest cabin as well. She's an absolutely beautiful yacht, and I really appreciate Alan giving us the opportunity to come on board. This is the third time Alan sold this yacht, because he's so passionate about the boat, so knowledgeable about the boat, that whenever somebody's ready to sell, they know the best person for the job is Alan. And I'm going to leave Alan's contact details in the description, and that way you can reach out if you get any questions. But I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you can go ahead and reach down below. And if you haven't done so already, if you can hit that like and subscribe button, I'd appreciate it. And I'll look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.